So this, my friends, is hands down the most versatile monitor I've ever tried. It's called KD25F, it's made by Aorus, it's a 24.5-inch 1080p or Full HD TN display. Because of the liquid crystal technology, it's given the panel a 0.5 millisecond response time, and together with 240Hz, 8-bit color depth and 100% sRGB, you're looking at things that you typically don't find that often on a TN panel. Now, obviously I wanted to test and see if this is faster than my older Asus VG248QE monitor, which is rated to 1 millisecond, and so I have been testing the response time between these two, which we're going to look at a bit later in this video. But yeah, just to give you guys an idea what 240Hz refresh rate feels like, here's a slowdown comparison between 60Hz gameplay and 240Hz. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong, but this sounds like a great monitor for fast-paced FPS shooters and esport games such as Fortnite and CSGO, where every millisecond matters. Is it any good? Yeah. Let's find out. Hey, what's up guys, it's Robin here, hope you're doing fine. Today we're looking on the monitor from Aorus. Alright, so this is how this is gonna go down, guys. On the right side we got the Aorus monitor right now set to 240Hz, and on the left side we got the Asus monitor, and right now this one is set to 60Hz. I'm gonna start by playing on the 60Hz monitor. Gotta put the timer up at 1 minute. I'm gonna try and get as many kills as I can, and then we're gonna repeat the whole thing on the Aorus monitor. Also guys, I feel the urge to mention that I am a 5-time back-to-back champion or esport pro at CSGO. With that said, let's get into it. Right, so everything's up, we should be good to go. Should we do practice with bots? No way. So official matchmaking deathmatch, Dust 2, let's do it. We got 1 minute on the timer, let's go. Nice. Oh, come on. Oh. That's 2. Can we get 4? Oh man, last shot, damn it. Oh, 19 seconds. Oh man, 12 seconds. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, it's gotta be 4, right? Can we get one more? Oh, the time is up. 4 kills. If I'm not terrible at counting, that was 4 kills, right? I believe it was. Damn it, I don't want to stop playing. Alright, so we're gonna switch over. I'll be back guys in 2 seconds. Boom, got the weapon up. Ooh, free kill. I'll take it. Let's just press start, and ooh, it's so smooth guys. I'm telling you guys, it's so smooth. God damn it, we got killed. Let's try and focus. God, it's so smooth. 44 seconds. Wow, that is terrible. I don't know what to say. It's just, how the hell? We got 28 seconds to get 4 kills. That's never gonna happen. This is never going to happen. But damn, it's smooth. That's at least 1. Can we get 2? Yeah, we can. So 2 kills. We got 8 seconds now. Damn it. I keep buying the wrong things. I know, I can hear the timer. Wow. I don't know what to say, but it feels like everything, it seems like the input lag has just shrunk down so much, and it feels like I'm actually holding the weapon myself almost. It's kind of surreal in a sense. Wow. We gotta try the AWP. Oh, nice. Ooh. I didn't see him. Let's do AWP again. No scope. Can we do no scope? Ooh, in the flippin'. No, it wasn't in the head. Free kill. Free kill. I actually haven't had this fun in CSGO in a very long time actually. Now I honestly kind of feel like I want to replay every game I ever played in 240Hz. That's it. Now there are a few things here that makes this monitor stand out among the competition. What caught my attention, apart from the fast response time and refresh rate, is the fact that this is the first monitor I've ever heard of that lets you control every monitor setting and parameter directly from your keyboard. There is this nifty software called OSD Sidekick that pretty much lets you do everything from inside the app, things that you typically would normally do on the monitor. And the cool thing here is these features can also be mapped to specific keys on your keyboard. Alright, so for example, let's say you've been watching a movie and you have used the movie picture mode. You might not want to use this for gaming, so from the software you can just quickly switch from the movie to, let's say, the FPS picture mode, or you can simply just make up your own. Up to 3 different customized profiles can be created and stored down in the software directly. Now, because I'm doing a lot of color grading, I've been switching between the sRGB profile quite frequently, which have been working very well for me. And speaking of which, colors course look fantastic on this 8-bit display. We're going to talk more about this in a second, but this TN panel has a lot more similarities and look a lot more like an IPS display than a TN panel, with 400 nits brightness and deep levels of black together with a really good reflex filter. Everything looks very punchy and vivid on this panel. Now anyway, let's jump back into the OSD sidekick again, because you can also configure the PIP or PBP mode here, and what this does is simply allowing you to add another screen to your existing screens. Now I found this feature to be pretty useful and intriguing, and the way the picture-in-picture works is that it acts as a separate display source, and so you can use this for whatever you want. And I've been using this quite frequently for watching streams and TV shows and such while I've been playing, and this is not limited to PC gaming. You can use this screen to play PS4 on, and on the other source you can watch your favorite TV show or whatever you find interesting. Now Aorus talks about this being a tactical monitor, but what does that mean? So in addition to switching between the various screen profiles inside the OSD sidekick, you have a few extra additional features here that can be quite practical. For example, you got black equalizer that brightens up the dark parts in the picture for better visibility in dark areas. We also got something called aim stabilizer, and this feature will help you reduce the blurriness of the recoil effect while you are shooting in an FPS game, and this also helps you trace moving enemies much easier. You got something called game assist, and this includes a customized crosshair, a counter, a timer, and these can also be pretty useful. Now both aim stabilizer and game assist are two features that we are gonna look into on a deeper level in an upcoming separate video, but basically you can create and make up your own crosshair within the software, and I've never seen this before. You also got something called Aorus dashboard that can display hardware information directly on screen, such as mouse DPI, GPU and CPU information. Now what about looks then and build quality? In terms of design, I think it looks very cool. It could just be that it attracts my specific taste, I don't know, but one thing's for sure, it is built like a brick, and the stand is one of the better stands I've ever seen actually. You got pivot, swivel, tilt as well as height adjust, and it's got a zero bezel design that we're starting to see a lot more frequently on higher end displays, with just a small bezel on the very bottom, and it looks very stylish. It's also very practical. On the top there's a carry hole, and towards the bottom there is yet another hole, and this works as a routing hole for all your cables. And again, you don't have to worry about breaking the stand because most of it is actually made of metal, and all the nice vivid colors that you see on the back can also be customized on a personal level inside the RGB Fusion app. And most of these features I just mentioned, guys, I honestly haven't seen on any other monitor. Now if you're thinking about using this against a flat wall, I would then suggest you to use the VESA mount for a cleaner look, and at first sight there is no holes visible, and that's because they are hidden behind the mount that installs the display on the stand, and the stand is locked in place with two springs that once you press unlocks the panel, and then you can just simply lift it off just like this. Connection wise, we find dual HDMI 2.0 ports, we got one display port 2.0, we got two USB 3.0 ports, as well as a microphone jack and an audio jack. The microphone jack can work as an ANC or active noise cancellation if you hook it up with two additional microphones. This can especially be useful on bigger LAN events and such, where there are a lot of ambient noise. The headphone jack can be used for the picture-in-picture mode, and you can control which audio device you want to source inside the OSD sidekick app, and so you don't really have to touch the monitor itself to use any of these features. Now what about console gaming, and what about if you want to watch movies on it? Now thanks to this being a full HD display with 16:9 aspect ratio, movies and TV shows are going to look great here. You won't be looking at stretched out characters and faces, which can be an issue on ultra wide displays, and so that is also something that you want to be aware of upon picking up a new monitor if you want to be able to use it for other types of stuff outside gaming alone. Sticking to 16:9 might be the safer route to go. Xbox One also offers an AMD Freesync mode, and this works flawlessly on the KD25F also. Now speaking of which, before we dive into gaming, let's quickly look at the menu system and how you get a hold of it. The single 5-way joystick works so much better than individual buttons, where you always end up pressing the wrong buttons and you never learn how to find and navigate. The joystick stick however works so much better for the purpose, but the OSD sidekick, I keeps coming back to this guys, that I'm about to show you a bit more here, is working even better for me. Now imagine being able to do everything that you would normally do on the monitor. This can now all be done on a software level from your desk, or you can even map every settings to keybinds and simply switch between, let's say, FPS profiles to sRGB in just a matter of seconds. And working like this is so much more practical. Now what about image quality? This is where things start getting mighty exciting. Now you would think that since this is a TN panel, colors as well as viewing angles would be washed out and very inaccurate. You're going to be wildly surprised here, because this is so far away from the truth, and if I didn't know this was a TN panel, I would have thought that I was staring at an IPS display. It is really that good in my opinion, and I've come to learn over the last couple of days that you cannot compare a $100 TN display against a $500 TN display. The difference here is night and day, and we also need to remember the fact that many entry-level monitors, they still uses displays that are starting to get pretty old by now, whereas the 165Hz as well as the 240 panels are still fairly new to the market. And again, colors and black levels look stellar even from the sides, and although this is a TN panel, it definitely look a lot more than my IPS monitor, any of my previous gaming TN monitors. 400 nit brightness also gives games and movies a lot more life, and if you like me, you used to play on 350 nits, you're going to notice how much more vivid a 400 nits monitor is. So let me show you what I mean. So here's my Asus VG248QE in complete darkness, and here is the Aorus monitor with same camera settings. I also did a viewing angle comparison, and this is just to show you guys that the TN panels can look a lot different, and it doesn't really matter what you bring up on screen, it always tends to look colorful, contrasty and sharp. I've been using this screen the last couple of days for editing both pictures in Photoshop, but even video editing in Premiere Pro, and it feels a bit weird to say, knowing that this is a TN panel, but nowadays I'd rather pick this over my older Dell IPS display, who used to be my main go-to for content creation, and so as far as work goes, it's a winner in my opinion. Now this monitor was built first and foremost for fast-paced games such as CSGO and Fortnite, but what's cool also is that even if your PC isn't able to give you that many frames, this monitor also supports AMD Freesync as well as Nvidia G-Sync. Now if you're all new to adaptive V-Sync, you can read more about it down in the description, but I wanted to show you guys this in action, so we're gonna jump into Shadow of the Tomb Raider and have a look at it. Alright, so we are in game, and as you can see, it looks beautiful. Now we are running maxed out with everything cranked up to the very highest, and yes, we can activate G-Sync, and by doing that, we can get rid of all the unwanted screen tears. So right now there shouldn't be any screen tears whatsoever. Now this is again going back to the versatility. So for Fortnite, yeah, you want to reach 240Hz, CSGO, you know, Rocket League and whatnot, yes, you want to go 240Hz, but for more demanding games such as this game, for example, let's see if we can make this. God, that was the worst attempt ever. Let's try and see if we can. Alright, we actually made it. So, whoa. No. Now, anyway, what I wanted to say is that for more demanding games such as, you know, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Witcher 3 and whatnot, yeah, you can activate G-Sync and you can enjoy tier-less gaming like this, and it's pretty nuts, it's pretty great actually. Now in order to test the response time, I decided to do a comparison between the Aorus monitor and the Asus monitor, and I tried the responsiveness test at logom.nl, and as far as I can tell, they seem to be about the same. Now to really take full advantage of a rapid fast display like this, you need a pretty high-end PC to really get the benefit of 240Hz. That said, even if your PC isn't the most high-end machine, there are still shortcuts that you can take if you want to gain more frames per second without having to upgrade your hardware, and graphics card overclocking generally generates about 6 to 12 extra frames per second, and lowering the details in the graphics menu in the game is also another one. But I want you guys to be aware of the fact that in order to really make this monitor come to life, you definitely want a PC that can deliver a lot of frames as well. Now to try and conclude this, I come to learn over the last couple of days that the difference between a cheaper and entry-level TM panel and a high-end TM panel is like night and day. And the cool thing about this monitor is that it can do so many things, such as content creation and color grading, which I never thought I was gonna say, knowing that this is made for gaming first and foremost. Now, is there anything to complain about here? Well, I am a sucker for curved displays, and I do think it makes a lot of sense, especially for gaming. Curving this display would have been nice, but Aorus also have another curved display, so I guess, yeah, if you're into curved displays, you should probably look into that one instead. But yeah, if you're looking for a display to use for fast-paced shooters, but you want it to work for other things as well, outside gaming, let's say content creation for example, where colors, contrast and black levels are all important, this is a monitor that works very well for that as well. And on top of that, it also supports adaptive VSync through VISA, AMD Freesync and NVIDIA G-Sync. And it feels like the KD25F really does it all. No matter what you throw up on screen, it never fails to disappoint you. This is a fantastic monitor. If you pick it up, you won't be disappointed. Right now you can pick it up for $499, and for what you get, it is definitely justified. I want to direct a special thank you to Aorus for providing me with this display. Also guys, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget, you want to join the Discord server so that we can talk about the latest tech. I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna do my best to help you guys out. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, have an awesome day, alright? Okay, close combat, here we go. Ooh, Jesus, oh, he got both.
Wow.